70 million years ago, a frog ate a dinosaur. Yes, you heard that right. A frog preying on a dinosaur. So what kind of frog could possibly possess such formidable hunting capabilities? Let's take a closer look at this incredible story. Our tale begins with a female Masiacosaurus, its mouth bristling with needle-like teeth, sharp enough to easily puncture crab shells. Measuring about 1.8 meters long, this small theropod typically preyed on smaller animals, including the ancestors of modern mammals, which happened to be among its favorite meals. It was currently crab season, and this particular Masiacosaurus had already devoured over 100 crabs. Having satisfied its own hunger, it was now time to feed its offspring. The young hatchlings moved cautiously at first, as they hadn't yet developed independent hunting skills and relied entirely on their mother to provide food. It should have been just another ordinary day, eat their fill and then return home to rest. But as often happens in nature, one particularly curious youngster became fixated on the smaller crabs, convinced it could hunt them alone. However, the crabs proved much faster, and after numerous failed attempts, the mother Masiacosaurus began issuing warning calls. In this era of giants, even small dinosaurs live precarious lives, but the stubborn hatchling ignored all warnings, single-mindedly pursuing its prey until the dramatic scene from our opening unfolded. Enter the Beelzebufo, one of the largest frog species to ever exist. When fully extended, its limbs could span over 1 meter, and it absolutely possessed the ability to prey on dinosaur hatchlings. While this particular Beelzebufo appeared quite formidable in this moment, it was about to experience the most humiliating episode of its life. 1 month later, the region had just emerged from an extended dry season, and the Masiacosaurus family had returned. With the appearance of massive footprints, our Beelzebufo made its reappearance too, noticeably plumper from successful hunting during the intervening period. The added weight had significantly reduced its agility, causing it to fail in its latest hunting attempt against the Masiacosaurus. However, it wasn't particularly disheartened, because this time its objective wasn't food, but rather finding a mate. The courtship ritual was quite serious. It would emit specific low-frequency calls to attract potential partners, with the muddy terrain helping to amplify its vocalizations. The deep mating calls carried remarkably well through the environment. While it had expected to attract a beautiful female, what responded instead was a group of massive herbivorous titanosaurs, measuring 15 meters long and weighing up to 30 tons. They hadn't been drawn by the calls, but had come to wallow in the mud to escape the intense heat. Faced with this enormous size disparity, the Beelzebufo had no choice but to vacate its pond immediately. Any hesitation risked being crushed underfoot. Yet the persistent amphibian wasn't ready to give up completely, as this was the prime mating ground it had worked so hard to find. Time was running out, as female Beelzebufo only mated at the very beginning of the rainy season. Missing this critical window would mean remaining single for another entire year. Realizing it